Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Jake and Jenna English. I'm Jake Matthew, and this is Jake and Jenna Slow English. Today, I want to talk to you about something that stops so many people from speaking English, and that is the fear of making mistakes. Maybe you know a lot of English words. Maybe you understand grammar, but when it's time to speak, you freeze. You're too afraid of saying something wrong. If that's you, this episode is going to change everything for you. I'm going to show you why making mistakes is actually good, and how you can speak with confidence no matter what. Let's dive in. First, I want to ask you a question. Why are you afraid of making mistakes? Think about it for a moment. What's the worst thing that can happen if you make a mistake in English? Maybe someone will notice your mistake. Maybe they'll think your English isn't perfect. Maybe they'll correct you. But you know what? None of those things are bad. In fact, they're all part of learning. Let me tell you the truth. Every single person who speaks English fluently made thousands of mistakes when they were learning. Thousands. Mistakes are not your enemy. Mistakes are your teacher. Here's something important to understand. Native English speakers make mistakes too. Yes, that's right. Even native speakers sometimes use wrong grammar. They forget words, or they say things incorrectly. And you know what happens? Nothing. The conversation continues. Nobody cares. Communication still works. Because English is a tool for communication. The goal is not perfection. The goal is connection. If people understand what you're trying to say, you succeeded. Even if your grammar wasn't perfect, even if you used the wrong word, you communicated. Let me share something from my own experience. I've learned other languages, and I made many mistakes. I remember once I was speaking Spanish and I mixed up two words. Instead of saying, "I'm embarrassed," I accidentally said, "I'm pregnant." The person I was talking to laughed. I laughed. They corrected me in a friendly way. We both moved on. And guess what? I never forgot that word again. That mistake became a learning moment. And that's what mistakes do. They help you remember things better. Now I want to talk about what happens inside your brain when you make mistakes. Scientists have studied this. When you make a mistake and someone corrects you, your brain pays extra attention. It creates a stronger memory. This is called error-based learning. Your brain learns more from mistakes than from getting things right the first time. So when you make a mistake in English, celebrate it. Your brain just got a powerful learning opportunity. Every mistake is making you better. Every mistake is moving you closer to fluency. Here's another important truth. Most people are not judging you for your mistakes. When native English speakers hear you speaking English, they usually think, "Wow, this person is learning English. That's impressive." They admire your effort. They respect that you're trying. They don't focus on your mistakes. And if someone does judge you for making mistakes, that says something about them, not about you. Most kind people will never do that. The judgment you feel is usually coming from yourself, not from others. Now let me give you some practical tips. Start with low-pressure situations. Talk to yourself. Record yourself. Practice with AI tools or language apps. Find supportive practice partners. Laugh at your mistakes. The only real mistake is not trying, not speaking because you're afraid. Speaking with mistakes is learning. Speaking with mistakes is progress. So give yourself permission to be imperfect. Give yourself permission to make mistakes. And most importantly, give yourself permission to speak. Let's review. Mistakes are normal. Mistakes are helpful. Progress is more important than perfection. Communication is more important than grammar. You are brave, and everyone starts as a beginner. My challenge for you this week: speak English every single day, even for 5 minutes. And when you make a mistake, say, "Great, I'm learning." Change how you think about mistakes, and you will change your English journey. Thank you so much for listening to Jake and Jenna Slow English. If this episode helped you, please subscribe and share it with someone who needs this message today. Remember, confidence doesn't come from being perfect. Confidence comes from trying anyway. I'm Jake Matthew. I'll see you in the next episode. Be brave, make mistakes, keep speaking. And if you want more slow English, check out this playlist.